Hello, my name is Jemmy, and today I am going to be giving you an overview on what I did in the last week and updating my model, and I'm going to show you what I did. So first off, I updated my model a little bit. I'll just explain that first, I guess. So first off, I have my PIP installed PyTorch, and then I installed Fastbook. Those are the first lines of code, and then after that, I import a lot of things. I import everything from Fastbook. Then I import files from Google Colab, and then I import images. And HTML is not really useful, but I just imported that anyways. I was actually going to display a YouTube video at the end, but then I decided that it wouldn't work. I mean, it wouldn't go with what I'm doing. I just tested it out, so we could just delete this, but I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, after that, I set my path in GitHub. So, if you don't know, I have a folder in my GitHub repository called Foodie Duty. A folder that is called images, and then I just set my path to that. Then I just print path to check if it was correct, and it was. After that, I checked what was inside the folder images, and there was three folders: folder train, valid, and test for each of the three classes. Now, after those three files, I went into folder train, and I saw what was inside folder train, which was all the 48 menus that I had. And then I went into train slash 00, which was the first menu, which was green chicken curry, and it just showed the images, the name of the images in there, like so. And yeah, that is what I did with ls. And here I created my data block. My data block, I just was real. It's not that hard. So what I did was this is just in order to create it, but in under here it's a little how do you call it, important. So here on item transform, I didn't resize my image in here because at first I didn't know how to resize my images. So I mean, I didn't know if we could resize our images inside Colab. So what I did was I resized all of my images inside Photoshop with batch resize, and then so I commented this out because it's not necessary anymore. And if you didn't resize it already, then you should use this. And after that, I did a batch transform, which was an augmentation. Augmentations are just to flip images vertically or horizontally if you want, and that's what I did. So yeah, I just flipped it because some people might take photos of the food and it might be the wrong way around. And over here, we just set our batch size as 64, and then here we just show our batch size, like so. After that, we do our training, and I trained it with an architecture called ResNet 34. Last time it was ResNet 18, but now I upgraded it to ResNet 34, and I fine-tuned it 10 times. As you can see, what matters here is the valid loss. If it keeps on going down, then that is good. But if it goes back up, then that is bad because we don't want it to go up and down, up and down. So you can see here that it mostly goes down, but then at number 9 here, it goes back up, which is not good. But I just left it in there because it went back up only one slot, which means it doesn't have too big of an impact. But just to know that 9 might be a little too much and it's going to become overfit. So yeah, we might lessen it down to like 8 or something if we see this repeated pattern. After that, I printed out my confusion matrix, and I already explained to you what a confusion matrix is. It just shows how accurate our model is. And then this, I just displayed my images. Each of my menus have a specific code, which is like a pair of numbers. So like the first one, you might not be able to read it. It's in Thai. It's Gangkyo Wan, and it's 00. And yeah, it just displays what the menu is and what is the code for the menu. And here it just shows the top loss, which means that the AI was really confident, but then it got it wrong. So here the probability rate was 100, and it guessed it was mu sete, but it's actually mu ping. Yeah, so this is just displays the top loss, meaning like no, I mean the top probability rate, and that it doesn't work. So yeah, here is the some of them. Okay, let's move on. So after that, this comes one of the most important part that of my update. So I exported the files, and then I exported my model as a .pkl file, and then I downloaded the model, and I downloaded to my local computer. I then uploaded my file. Well, these two were the parts that were most important, but here you can say that it's just used to test our model. We can upload our photos, and then the model will test it, and it will display what the results is. And ls is to just check if our photos uploaded or not, and if there is anything wrong. um, then after that we have our displaying images. This one just displays our images, and it doesn't do much else. It just shows the image. Yeah. Okay, after that, here is the prediction. So the AI predicts what it is, and then it gives you a very long string or of text, and then this one it just shows what one it thinks it is, 32, and then it has a line of probability. But however, I made it very simple to look at, over like this, and then as you can see, this is 32, and then this is 95%. So it guessed it to be 32 and 95%. By the way, 32 is the correct number for this dish, which is pat krapao. Um, yeah. After that, pretend we like lost track of our well, not lost track. Well, didn't want to train our model again to test it. We can upload our PKL file that we downloaded earlier, and then we can test it from there, and it'll learn by itself. So we'll test it from there, and yeah, that is my model that I updated on. Now I'm going to show you something else. This is very important too. So let me go switch to the screen. So here I basically went into GitHub, right? And then I pushed my files into Foodie Duty, all of this files into Foodie Duty, and then from there, what I did was as you can see, we also put in our .pkl file, requirements.txt, inferencer, Foodie Duty, the Thai food image like that we're gonna show for the code, and then this one is just get attributes, and yeah. After that, what I did was I got the link to my GitHub page, so I'll just show you right now. So if I were to copy this link and then head over to mybinder.org, which is where you can deploy your model into a website or make a web app. And basically, what we want to do is we want to grab our GitHub's repository URL, and then what we want to do is paste it in here in GitHub, change file to URL, and then put in slash viola or voila slash voila slash render slash inferencer dot ipynb, and you're good to go. And then in here for the head, what we want to put is main, like so, and then we could click launch, and then it builds the model for you, and yeah, that's what it does. It will build the model, and then you can test it on the website itself. So it will take a couple minutes, or maybe even 2 or 3 4 minutes of making this robot. But since mine is already uploaded onto the website, it should come very quickly. So if we were to see this, here we are. We can choose the files that we want from my files, and then we can upload it. The AI will test it, and then it'll print out the results. So yeah, this is the my model updated. So it's a web app now. Also, I made also I made not a model, well, flashcards, and I will show you that. I will go into my Google Slides really quickly. So as you can see, this is my Google slide flash, not flashcards, well, cards for my foodie duty. Instead of we're thinking of doing this, we're gonna put this in with along with the results. And I made this all from scratch, by the way, with no template at all. And I made this polygon. As you can see, there is a lot of errors, and this is the spiciness, and yeah, it's like a cover for this. I think it looks pretty nice. I also how do you call it? Uh, Color the gradient of this. I just did it simply. And then yeah, I just put in the three key things that we need. Well, four actually. Actually five. Six actually six. There's six key things in here. So the first one is the English name, the second one is the Thai name, the third one is the photo, and the fourth one is the ingredients, fifth one is the spiciness, and then last but not least is the calories per bowl, kilocalories or yeah, per bowl. So this is 240, and I made this for 20 of them. So yeah, 20 of them have a card, but the 28 others don't have it yet. So yeah, I'm planning to make that later in this week. And yeah, so that is my update for this week. I mean, for last week and a bit of this week too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in another lesson. Bye.